Saturday race day. First 5K into the 50 miler, 44 and a half. Third 5K, 42 and a half. Still moving. This is the flatter part of the loop, so just cruising, nice and easy. Fourth 5K, just over 45 minutes. It's been a lot of hill climbing on this second loop. Trying to conserve the energy smartly. Still holding above 4.2 at the moment. But that's okay. Keep going. Fifth 5K, just over 46 minutes. This is definitely the harder of the two loops. The other one had a few steep hills, but this one's just a lot of up and down. And the trail is smooth at times, but really rocky and technical in others. So still holding 4.2. I keep going. Sixth 5K, 48 and change. It's getting to the point where I'm starting to wonder if I bit off more than I can chew here. Yes, the course has a lot of up and downs. Yes, it's technical. If it were just that, I wouldn't mind. But what's killing me is the humidity. I don't think I've been out of zone 3 for more than an hour in 4.5 hours. So it might be one of those downgrade to 50K, call it a day. Just so happens also this is the steepest climb so far. I'd like to say I prepared well for this, and I would say physically yes, but environmentally no. Yeah, that's zone 4. I'm only at just shy of 30K. Or no, just went over 30K. Keep going. So I took myself off the ledge. I slowed down. Took in about 400 calories. I'm just walking at the moment, letting my heart rate come back down. Doing a little bit of math in my head and then using my phone to confirm it. There is not a lot of wiggle room in this race if I want to get an official finish time. So, assuming the course is actually 50 miles and not more than that, with a 13-hour cutoff, that's 3.8 miles an hour. I have to average. Right now I'm at 4.1. Now, the next loop, with the exception of a few big hills, I was able to get some flat sections to run. So we'll see what kind of speed that is on this loop. And I think we'll reevaluate at 50K. Yes, it's still humid. It's only going to get hotter. I think the feels like today is in the 80s, but I'm in the shade. There is a breeze at times. But it's definitely conditions I did not train in. I guess that's what you get when you sign up for a spring marathon. Last 2 long runs had perfect weather. Today is what it is. Keep going. Okay, 7.5K, 58 minutes, 11 seconds. That was also the aid station, so definitely walking more than even trotting. My average speed is holding at 4 miles an hour right now. So I'm starting the third 10-mile loop. That'll get me to 50K, and we'll reevaluate there. I'm hoping to at least hold over 3.8 for this. I'd like to see if I can do 4, but we'll see how it goes. Starting slow. Just had 2 clementines and a ton of water. I'll let that settle for a little bit and then get rolling. Okay, 5K, number 8, 1 hour, 36 seconds. I've resigned myself to a walk at this point. Pretty sure I'm going to pull the plug at 30 miles, 50K. Just wasn't meant to be, I guess. The weather, though, did take a 180. It's turned out to be beautiful. It's about 80 degrees, but the rain that was supposed to come in the afternoon must have blew out because it's like slightly breezy. Humidity's below 60%. Feels pretty nice now. 8th 5K, 59 and change. A little bit faster, but not much. My speed has dropped to 3.7. I am trying to trot at places that I can, but it's not much. We'll get there. Coming up towards the finish of the 50K. I've had some time to think about what went wrong today. And first off, there's a big difference between 50K and 50 miles. And I don't know if I fully appreciated it until now. The weather's the weather. There's nothing I could do about it. I trained with what I had. But the terrain, this terrain is much more technical. Rocky, steep ascents, just kind of undulates throughout the rest of the course. And where I run has some hills, but not a lot. But the trails are nowhere near technical. They're pretty much just dirt roads. Well, they're pretty much dirt paths. There's some technical sections, but not many. It's really more of a mountain bikers park. So the trails are built to be flowy, with a little bit of tech here and there. But this is not a mountain bike course. This is, in some cases, I felt like it was a goat trail. So that's on me. This place is only an hour away. And I looked at it a couple times, thought about coming up here. But the course here just snakes throughout the park preserve. And it was somewhat unclear to me from the race instructions how the course was going to be laid out. And there's no real GPX file that I could find. So those are the excuses why I never bothered to come up here. Now I wish I had at least get a sense of what I was getting into. Funny enough, I initially signed up for the 50K, but thought, no, I think it's time to do a 50 miler. And I guess it just wasn't the day. Final 5K, 53 and change. I did manage to run a little bit, not much, but got 6 minutes off 5K. At this point, there's a little bit left to get down to the event area. Turn in my number, call it a day. You know, a few other things thinking about was I started off going easy, but I bet if I go back and look, I spent more time in zone 3 in the beginning than I should have. And I think that was definitely a fool's error. You get caught up in the mix of everybody moving. There's people in front of you, there's people behind you. Pace tends to pick up, and I probably should have just pulled myself out of it and slowed myself down, because I feel like I blew up way too early. I mean, I'm at 31 miles and I'm still trotting a little bit, but it just jacks my heart rate pretty quickly. So it's almost like I bonked, but I can still move. From a system check, my quads and my hip flexors were the first to feel really fatigued. And I was occasionally getting this like twitch in my calf, my left calf. That went away. But the quads and the hip flexors, I can definitely still feel them. My feet feel pretty good, actually. They're getting to the point where it's like, okay, when are we going to be done? But this course was super muddy, wet in so many areas that I'm sure my feet look like they've been in the jungle. But I don't feel like I have any blisters, so that's good. I guess that's really it. We'll do a wrap up the car. One last thing. I'm starting to wonder if I actually peaked early. So I did my 37 mile, the 60K. Week after that was the Xterra, which I concussed myself. It's a whole nother story. But I didn't run that weekend. And then last weekend, a week from today, I went out and did 30K. And it was super fast. I did it without poles. Just felt really good. And I wonder if that was too much. And that carried over to today. Usually those long runs are spaced out by 2 weeks. This kind of violates that. But I was thinking in my mind, well, I'll have to do 50 miles. That's 80K. But what's 30K compared to 80K? It's not even half. So, thinking about a marathon, a week before a marathon, I don't think I would run a half marathon. Especially not at PR pace. So, I think in the grand scheme of things, another error. But I felt fucking great. And I guess you live and learn.